Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage, that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
Amen.
Morning, everyone.
Morning. Move to approve the minutes of July 28th.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Are there any public comments on any pending resolutions? Okay, first up we have Andy Conrad, our county engineer.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have just one resolution for your consideration this morning, determining a piece of equipment used by our office is authorized to be disposed of.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
And should have the weekly permit list there.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have Jeremy Cinco, our sanitary engineer.
Morning, everyone. I also have one resolution for consideration today, and that's authorizing a facilities encroachment agreement between Medina County and CSX Corporation for the Chippewa and Lake Road water main replacement project.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Barb Walton from Solid Waste.
Good morning, everybody. I have one resolution authorizing the district to enter into an agreement for credit card services.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Thank you, Barb.
Thank you.
And did we want to discuss some of the other matters, or do we wait that to discussion session?
Let's do discussion.
Okay.
Like we always do.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, we have Holly Murin, our Human Resources Director.
Good morning.
Morning.
On our personnel changes resolution today, we have 2 new hires, 1 in maintenance and 1 at county home, 1 appointment change at county home, 8 rate increases, 4 in sanitary, 1 in transit, 2 at county home, and 1 in human resources, 1 promotion in sanitary, 1 leave of absence in sanitary, 1 suspension in sanitary, and 2 resignations, 1 in sanitary and 1 in human resources.
Move to approve.
No, there's 2.
Yeah, do it
There's
a
a
second.
second.
Oh, sorry. What did I miss? Oh, our table of organization change for our county home.
All right. Move to approve both resolutions.
Sorry.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank
Very
you.
good, sure, thank
Next up, we have Brett Thomas, our Finance Director.
Good morning, Commissioners. I have 6 for you today. Our first resolution is revenue adjustments for various funds. There is a rather large number on here. Just a little bit of background on this. Quick shout out to the Treasurer's Office for all the work that they generally have to do. This is a restatement of a grant because it's going into a different fiscal year. The state of Ohio, as well as sometimes the Fed, oftentimes sends these things in with little to no documentation whatsoever. So when they receive these things at the Treasurer's Office, they don't necessarily know which groups these should even be deposited to, or sometimes even which departments to be deposited into. So the fact that we have so few of these is actually really quite impressive. So that's where that $130,000 came from, though. This is actually just a restatement of one of our grants going into a different fiscal year. Our second resolution is cash transfers for various funds. This is just housekeeping resolutions for moving our insurance funds for the most part, repayment of the general fund from DTF and juvenile court. Our third resolution is our approving the second year of the first round of the opioid settlement funds. When you guys had approved the opioid settlement funds distribution last year to our grantees, there were a couple that had some holdovers for second year funding. One of those, it has completed all of its requirements and is due for its second funds now, and that is the Community Assessment and Treatment Services, known as CATS. It's residential and outpatient treatment services. They had asked for rent support in the amount of $104,031 for each of 2 years out of the opioid grant funds. So we had paid the first year fund, the second year's payment is now due. Our fourth resolution is excess property. And we, as usual, we have some for disposal and some for auction. Our fifth resolution is expenses for county officials. We have one for JFS, and it's in-state. And our sixth is our weekly bills. There was a change on this due to a bill getting pulled. So anybody that downloaded draft resolutions prior to Monday at noon may have had a little bit of a different version. The amount of weekly bills this week is $1,309,476.72.
I'll move to approve the 6 resolutions.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner.
Next up, we have Matt Springer, our County Administrator.
Good morning. Just one resolution for your consideration. This is authorizing a change order request for the Engineering Center restroom renovation project. We discovered there was a 1.5-inch water line servicing that building and needed to be upsized to a 2-inch. So this change order would perform that additional work, and that project is scheduled to be completed by the end of the month.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion? Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Next up, we have department reports, and first up, we have Laura Toth from McSass.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to start with the update on the senior farmers market vouchers. Again, we're steady at 176. That's our max of the state applications. Through August 3rd, all of those funds have been dispersed, $8,800, and $2,370 has been expended for a rate of 27% of the funds issued to those 176 applicants have been spent. And then in addition to that, at the farmers market in Medina, the Senior and Adult Foundation has dispersed 251 additional $50 vouchers. So that's $12,550. $6,055 have been spent for 48%. So we're doing really good. And again, I thank the foundation for supporting that cause and getting seniors the produce that they need this summer. It's great. We're coming to the end of another successful picnic season with July picnics continue to draw about 130 participants. Western Reserve also, Area Agency on Aging, also sponsored a block party last Friday, which drew more than 150 seniors. Our last of the season picnics will be held in August. The cost is $5, anyone 55 and over, and $6 for anyone under 55. On August 7th, Western Reserve Masonic Community is our sponsor. We'll have Italian sausage sandwiches, and the entertainment will be Island Troy, which is funny because that's not our luau. Our luau is the 21st, which is our last picnic. Avenue Medina will be the sponsor. Teriyaki chicken is the featured dish, and entertainment by Scott Zapata. So we're coming to the end of another season, so hop over if you can. They're open to the public. Tomorrow we will host a visit from State Representative Melanie Miller at the Medina Center starting at 10:30. She plans to discuss issues important to older adults, update seniors on what's going on at the State House, and talk about current policy challenges and priorities facing the state. So thank you to those of you that can be in attendance. That'll be great. And then I brought some 6-month numbers to go over. You're welcome. The first is our Title III programming, which is the Older Americans Act breakdown. So I take these numbers every month and we divide them by township, village, municipality to get where people are traveling or getting meals. And at the bottom row of that first page, you can see thus far this year, we've provided 7,392 trips, transit trips, 19,160 home-delivered meals, and 4,257 congregate meals. That does include the restaurant voucher program in Wadsworth. If you kind of open up the packet, the next 2 pages are just those same numbers broken down by month, both by meals and transit on the following page. So you can see we average, for home delivered meal clients, we are averaging in the 160s, 170s for clients served per month. And for congregate meals, we are averaging probably in the 150s, although that has gone up. We served 167 clients in June, congregate meals. About half of that is the Wadsworth Restaurant Voucher Program. It's just a super popular program, and it's a operation that's open every day, and vouchers can be spent at any time. So it works quite differently than the congregate programs in Medina and Brunswick. And then the transit clients as well. Shannon and I and Matt Springer had a meeting this month, actually in July, so not this month, talking about transit clients. We do have about 1,300 seniors approved for transit. That's just an approval that our outreach workers go out and do. So I make sure I keep count of these are how many people are actually riding the transit in every given month. All of these numbers can be duplicate clients. So if somebody rode in January, the 136 transit clients in January, and somebody rode in February, they would be counted in each month's total. I do a total of unduplicated clients, and I report that at the end of the year. So far, we're about in the 300s for every program for unduplicated clients, except congregate, that's a little bit lower. The back cover is probably the most interesting page. It has a lot of numbers on it, but
A lot of colors, too.
yes, and very colorful. It is the cost of the transit program overall, and then what senior and adult services it has paid. We switched this year to a bulk pay program, committing $220,000 to transit. And so thus far through 6 months, this is the tan column, we've paid $110,000. The actual cost thus far this year, the yellow column, is $119,355. $119,355. So that's a difference of $9,355. So we talked about that, and I wanted to know if transit would, be expecting us to pay that cost at the end of the year, and we both agreed it should stay somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000, and Shannon indicated that would not be a cost he would be looking to reclaim at the end of this year. SAS does hold the largest contract in the county by quite a bit, as opposed to veterans and JFS, and I think that's the 3 contracts. Is that correct, Matt? Yeah. So those are
in the before this current arrangement, 119,355 is what you would have paid.
Correct, but
Correct,
but I can tell you that in 2025, our total cost for transit was $186,000
Oh, for the total year.
for the total year. So
But this was it the year before then that it was higher, and you were changing some of the policies to get the
no,
cost down?
it was last
That
year.
was
So
last
that
year.
was with the addition of a change in policy.
Okay, because I would expect that to maybe have dropped a little bit more, or it seems like we're ahead of schedule, even with the policy changes.
I understand that, but the rate per mile went up.
Got it.
So that
Makes sense.
yeah.
Well, and also, this is helpful because if you divide what you're paying by the miles that are traveled, the overall transit cost per
Correct.
mile is lower than what the subset of senior trips is. That's why it's helpful for me to see that, because you see that it's not exactly a pass-through.
Correct.
We do have the remainder part of the summer, fall, and of course, the bump during holiday seasons as
Yeah.
well, so,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
What to
so we'll
expect.
see how that,
How that
goes
balances out.
through the end of the year.
Yeah.
We are starting to have discussions about the future of transit and contracts. As I pointed out, this is all levy funded, and our levy for senior adult services has been unchanged since it passed. It's $1.3 million. And so with many programs that I've discussed, and about how much do we commit to transit, and what do we do when we run out of transit funds. So Administrator Springer has asked me to start, I said, if we only have to do medical transport, I would never, I'll go to the ends of the earth to get people to do their dialysis and things of that nature. So we're kind of separating that out and starting to take a look at numbers, and if we have to move in the direction of cutting back some services, what would the cost then be, and things of that nature. So we're trying to project out and see where we're going to be.
Well, that is an important exercise, and I think it's a necessary partnership between transit's needs, senior adults, and certainly the population's needs to have the access to affordable transportation, because there's such a connection to that and independence. So we appreciate the work you're doing on that.
As we know, the senior population continues to grow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And also, fortunately, whatever direction you decide to head in the future, our transit is very reasonably priced.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks, Laura.
Have a good month.
Okay, next up, we have Denise Testa from Planning.
Good morning.
Okay, so first off, this review of the subdivision regulations and proposed development agreement is continuing. Our consultant, American Structure Point, has been working with a county group, a Monday group and a Thursday group, actually, and we've completed a highlighted copy of the engineering code to identify what provisions in this code could be brought forward into the subregs so that we eliminate duplication. The review of the Medina County and Pierre County subregs is also continuing as well, and completion of supplemental research to facilitate conversations to determine overall direction and document structure. So we have an outline at this point, which the next step is then to complete substantive changes in the document. We also, for the Planning Commission, this month in August, we have a concept plan in Granger Township, known as the Rankin property. It's about 100 acres and 37 sublots. For our September meeting, we have 4 agenda items, which I'm very thankful for. We have a preliminary plan in Wadsworth Township, a replat in Medina, a preliminary plan in Medina, and a replat in Montville Township. For the Ohio Department of Agriculture Land Use Planning Grant, we are in the process of contacting prospective members for the steering committee. So we have about 20 individuals who will work together to implement the grant. And I'll present a resolution, hopefully with those individuals next week. And for those of you who are interested, you can also check out the commissioner's booth at the fair, as we do have more information about the land use planning grant at the fair booth as well. Our next zoning inspector meeting is August 18th. We also received about 8 fair housing inquiries this month, including one with the Ohio Civil Rights Commission. So I've been working with them. And then I'm also staffing the Commissioner Fair booth this Saturday night from 4 to 9 to answer any fair housing questions. On August 13th at 6 p.m. here in the County Administration Building, Balcony B, we are offering a zoning workshop related to nuisance properties. And then we've also begun reviewing applications for our Associate Planner GIS Technician position this week as well. Any questions?
Excellent.
Very
Lots
good.
of good stuff.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we do have one commissioner resolution, a resolution reappointing members to the Medina County Home Advisory Council.
I move to approve.
Second?
Discussion?
Roll. Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. Do we have anybody here with any public comment? Okay, we are going to move on to discussion session, and Steve, you're up.
I actually, Barb, if you want to come up, we've got 2 items. First, I guess, is the Ending Wasted Food Committee and the grant application. You want to brief them as to the request for support?
Yeah, we actually, the US EPA is sponsoring this grant statewide to try to eliminate food waste. So this is a National Household Waste Food Prevention Grant project that what they're trying to do is regionalize it so that we can get additional funding because if it's regionalized, I guess depending on the packages, the cost of the grants go up. So it's anywhere from $75,000 to $300,000 grants. So Ohio EPA reached out to us about working in conjunction with the Ohio Food Bank Association, and they are actually going to be the lead on the grant project, and we are going to, be a sub-grantee maybe and assist in any way that we possibly can, whether it's helping with education. They've got a great committee put together. We're actually meeting sometime this afternoon to discuss the regional. There's 8 solid waste districts within the Akron Food Bank region. Stark, Tuscaloosa, Carroll, Holmes, Summit, Portage, and us. Right now, it looks like Summit, Portage, and us are the solid waste districts that are actually going to be joining this. I've also reached out to the Ohio State Extension Office. Ashley has said that she would be interested in assisting with this in any way possible. Then I also thought that I would reach out to the Food Rescue US, Kim Johnson, who's the director in Summit County. So she could maybe be a part of this as well.
And
So-
Feeding Medina County is likewise on this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
On this initiative. Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
So we've done a letter of support for that, and as well as the commissioners have. So I'm hoping that you guys will
Okay.
be a part of
Is that
that.
all right?
I am supportive of the concept. I've got an editorial change to the letter, if that's okay.
Oh,
There's
okay.
there's a line in the second paragraph that references to prevent wasted food through behavioral change and community-based education. I'd prefer that it just say through community-based education,
I'm fine with that.
because
Okay, all right.
certain part of me can't give the US EPA my authority to encourage behavioral change, because
Okay.
that won't sit
We know
well
you're a
with me.
fan.
Okay, all right. And
But
community-based
other than that,
Sure.
consider me a ardent supporter.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
The other item we wanted to bring up is we were informed that Wadsworth City is no longer going to allow us to have the drop-off bins for recycling. And that's...
And did we get a reason?
You want to brief them on that?
Yeah, I evidently the site sits on a right-of-way with a private owner property. And the private owner has had some contention with the city, and there's lawsuits, all kinds of stuff going on. So there's a lot of things going on in the background that we're not 100% privy to. But they had came to us, John Bellick came to me last fall and said, hey, we're having some issues. This is what's going on. There's a possibility we might have to shut the site down, but we're going to try not to. But he, at the policy meeting, he approached Steve and I and said that it's probably going to be having to be pulled out of here within the next month. So the problem with that site being gone is that's our largest site. There are 19 8-yard containers at this site that get emptied 3 days a week. And as of 2 weeks ago, they are getting emptied Monday through Friday, every single day, because of the demand is there. There's some contamination, very, very little. What's happening is people aren't breaking down boxes, so, people can't get
Takes up a
additional
lot of
material.
room,
It does. So the site is not an issue as far as that is concerned. What it is just, it's a fight between the property owner and the right-of-way and the city.
There aren't any other locations available in the city?
Well, right now, some of the schools have it, but
We
they're
only
in it-
have one school.
One? I thought there was two, but, oh, that's right,
The
ICS
intermediate.
was a school, but that's right, it's converted over to
Yeah, and there's just,
Performing Center.
there's only
Yeah, that's
one
right.
container at the high school, and it's
Yeah.
back in with the other
It-
containers. It's hard to get
It's
to.
only like 28 tons compared to like 387 tons?
Well, that
what's
was
the
in
last one?
2022.
22, yeah, what's the last numbers?
As of 2025, it was 391 tons, but
391 tons.
we are
There's nowhere
averaging.
else in the city to move this to?
I looked at some of the parks, some of the city parks. Now, from what I understand, we had one at Freed Park at one point, and it's not there any longer. I don't know what happened and why it got pulled from there. But that would be my only thing, because I've tried churches, I have tried every place, and because of the situation with Bueller's and all of the contamination that had happened back when we first started the program years ago, Nobody is willing to have a site at that location or any of location. And it poses a problem because we have some outlining sites. There's only 3 sites that are somewhat close to Wadsworth, and that is Guilford Township, the Sharon Township Garage, and then Montville Township. Those would be very heavily inundated if the Wadsworth site goes away, and we have no more room really to add additional containers to those sites.
What about anywhere in Wadsworth Township?
I've looked around, and again, I've not found anybody that will allow us to put a site there.
I'll just say the city's not been all that helpful when it comes to recycling. Frankly, I mean, it's more of an editorial comment on my part. Coming from a community that has curbside, and I know you live in a community also. Many of us have converted because there is a demand. There are people that want to recycle and that be able to do that. And the drop-offs have part of basically we have an accessibility goal that we have to meet. And 391 tons is a lot of recycling.
Yes, it is.
Well, I think I mean, you're right, there will be an uptick in some of those surrounding areas, but more likely that's just gonna end up in the landfill. I mean, it's not gonna, I don't think all 391 tons are gonna get moved. People aren't gonna just.
You're absolutely
take
correct.
Guilford or-
Absolutely
or
correct.
Montville.
No.
And those sites occasionally, I know, have capacity issues too.
They
So
do,
if that's
very
being
much
spread
so.
about, and we had this one site that we were regularly emptying, we can't really, I imagine that creates a logistical challenge, even if it were to go equally distributed between those 3 other sites, so.
Yes.
I mean, I think we just have to keep working on finding a location down there.
Well, it's disheartening because obviously the people of Wadsworth are, with 19 bins, very good about coming and.
Yeah,
filling
Monday
these
through
up.
Friday, we've been,
Yes,
emptying them.
Yeah, I mean, curbside would definitely be the way to go, but I don't know how to get that accomplished.
Well, and really, that's a decision for them to make.
Correct.
I mean, I'm not sitting here to impose that on them, but I
No.
do think if the best decision for their community is not to have curbside, then maybe we could work with them a little bit more to replace the venue to be something that's more, public property that they could find a way to make it work.
Correct,
I think
yeah.
my best response to this is the residents of Wadsworth City that want to recycle, talk to your council person, talk to your city administration about your concerns. The city ought to be, and that's why we're bringing this to public. I think we need the community to be engaged, and if they have an interest to do this, talk to them about how to help resolve this problem, because we can't do it just ourselves.
Yep.
And it's probably going to have to be multiple sites to take up that
Yes.
slack, because
Exactly right.
it's really hard to find a site that you can stick 19 containers in, so.
Yeah.
So if we could get, and like I said, I looked at I looked at all of the city parks, not the county parks, but the city locations, and there are several that would work. So I'm hoping that maybe we can work something out.
That's an interesting question, though. Are there any county parks in the city or closer to the city than our current spot? Because the county parks could be a good ally for us in that as well. I mean,
I've
most of their
had
facilities have parking.
pushback from them not wanting it at the parks,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
there's a security issue. You want something, obviously, with cameras and that kind of thing, and the maintenance portion of it. So they're taking on that burden, especially if you're talking to them just like, okay, just take it out to the township, the county park, and dump it. I mean, that seems to be
Right.
the fear,
Yes.
that they're going to start taking other things and the contamination issue.
right.
If it's
Well,
not, if it's not secure.
If those bins go away, you're probably going to see that in other places too.
They'll just-
Well,
Yeah.
at 19
They'll put it in the
bins,
trash.
it's
Yeah.
become habitual for people to go there. I
Yeah,
think there
agreed.
will be some outcry if they just disappear.
Yeah, I think council ought to take this up as an issue, and they ought to be working with their community and those people that want to recycle, afford them that opportunity. Every community that doesn't have curbside, well, most of them do have, they provided us drop-off locations. And City of Wadsworth has historically supported the idea of a drop-off location. So we're asking them to assist us in finding an appropriate places, actually, more than one.
Correct.
And this is all just this is really just coincidence. This doesn't have anything to do with the ongoing the negotiations of the new plan or anything like that. This is
No.
just
No. Yeah.
Sounds like, I think they're
Just a-
supportive of our position, frankly,
Yeah.
but we'll see when we do the
Yeah.
public comment that basically I don't think there's much support for granting Brunswick a waiver at this point.
Well, thanks for the updates.
Thanks, Barb.
Anything else, Steve?
Nope.
Aaron?
I don't have anything this week.
Matt, anything more? Andy, anything more? Okay, seeing, nothing additional, I will entertain a motion.
I move that we go into an executive session to discuss an imminent court action.
Second.
Roll?
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Sweattick?
Yes. And it's senior day at the fair. Get out there. Beautiful weather. We wish them best attendance ever.
That's right.
It's gorgeous. See you next week.
Thank you.